Kjaersveld in the bottom half of this section of the draw. He Bingjiao, Ayahori, Chen Yufei are still in there, and a great shout for Sayane Kawakami to be here in round 2 and shooting for the quarterfinals as well. Well, these players have met before, of course. Kim Ga Eun, Akane Yamaguchi on a number of occasions. Last time I remember was in Korea, and that was a tight game. But how we've seen a lot of big results that have turned up from the women's singles draw over this year, and such a gifted time as well with the big four of Tai Tzu-Ying, Han Se-young, Chen Yufei, and Akane Yamaguchi. Really fighting it out, but there's always a lot more in terms of players that can cause upsets. It'll be interesting to see where we go from here. As you can see, another men's singles happening as well. That's on court 1. Jonathan Christie taking on Brian Yang. And if I'm right, that's a mixed doubles happening on court 3. Gikel and Delroux from France taking on Midorikawa and Saito. So just waiting for these players to come out on courts. Will this go to 3 as well? That has been the theme of the day on court 2. Well, if it's anything like the epic struggles that we've seen so far, then hopefully. Now 2 players with 2 very different 2023s, both of them having to deal with a lot of new situations, shall we say. Akane Yamaguchi, well, we all know about her. And look at that head-to-head, 6-0, and that was their last meeting at the Japan Open.
This time.
Akane Yamaguchi has had a lot of the spotlight taken away from her, really, this year by the incredible exploits of An Se-young and the rest of the other 3 in the big 4, but still, very good performance for her so far. She's looking for her 12th quarterfinal of 14 events, and that's the kind of championship form that you'd expect from the former world #1. She took over from Tai Tzu-Ying in 2018 and reigned supreme, of course, for 5 years, and has just handed over that title to Han Se-young, world champion as well. Of course, that title's been handed over, and as you can see, comprehensive 37-minute run out against Putri Kusuma Wadani in round 1. So she's quietly been getting on with her work, as she always has, and I'm sure that another title for her, the last Super 1000 of the year, will go down just a treat. Kim Ga Eun, 25 years old, born in Ulsan, currently ranked 18th, has been as high as 15, and has put in a couple of great performances. That was in March of 2020, actually, that 15. 145 wins to 90 losses. That's a current tally. And of course was runner-up to Baewon Jung just recently at the Australian Open in a 3-game thriller. That was the performance that broke a run of quarterfinal appearances that she's made this year. Lian Tan, her first opponent, and had to retire at 6-2, so just 18 minutes. This really her first run out, and look who she's up against. But she does know a game very well from the 6 times they've played before. Let's see what she can do here in Korea.
Ready to play.
But for Kim Ga Eun, quarterfinalist in Korea, at the Indonesian Open, the Swiss Open, the German Open, and that second place at the Australian Open means she's searching for her 6th quarterfinal. Umpire for this one, Lee Kwang Hui. And our service judge, Shui Si-yoon.
Ladies and gentlemen, on my right, Kim Ga Eun, Korea. And on my left, Akane Yamaguchi, Japan. Akane Yamaguchi to serve. Love all. Play.
So as we get underway, as I said, 6th quarterfinal is what Kim Ga Eun is hunting for. 12th quarterfinal is what Akane Yamaguchi is hunting for. She was 3rd, of course, at the World Championships in the All England. Quarterfinalist in Japan and Indonesia, 3rd in Korea, 1st in Canada and Malaysia Masters. And the Malaysia Open as well. She did the double in Malaysia. As I said, it's only due, great second point there,
Service over.
but it's only due to the exploits of Chen Yufei and An Se-young that she hasn't got the headlines this year that she has had since 2018. Still every bit the consummate player. Well, it looks like Kim Ga Eun has opted for the aggressive approach of these opening points. Lightning pace that this match has already started on.
Service over. 2-3.
And many have said that if you are going to take a game or even defeat Yamaguchi, that's exactly what you need to do. You need to match her pace.
Service over. 4-2.
The thing about Akane Yamaguchi is she just gets around the court so quickly and also has this ability to recover shots from the most impossible angles.
5-2.
Credit to Kim Ga Eun for really staying in these rallies, playing from the better side of the court.
Service over. 3-6.
Wow, that's a great winner from Kim.
4-6.
Cross court. And so far, doing well enough in these rallies. A good recovery by Kim. Yamaguchi with the straight down the line winner.
7-4.
it's another great winner. And she's challenging that, and I think
Challenger. Call
that
out.
looked very much in. Oh.
Challenge unsuccessful. One challenge
Well, I mean,
remaining.
it looked in. It, of course, wasn't.
8-4. Play.
Oh, worth a try, definitely. Oh, it's another good rally. Pushed Yamaguchi to the limit.
5-8.
That's what you just have to do. You just have to keep up moving. You just have to keep hustling.
Play.
Just long.
Service over. 9-5.
Oh, she's found
Service over.
great reward left and right so far.
9.
With those cross courts, just still 3 points behind, but keeping pace with that score. There's not much else you can do when you're up against these big four players. Got to keep up with them. Evaluate your opportunities in real time. You can't really predict what's going to happen with them. And of course, you have to bring your best game and keep unforced errors down to an absolute minimum. And then you might get something. It's gone wide. Yamaguchi
7,
feeling the effects
9.
of that breeze. Oh, she's upset with that.
Service
And
over. 10-7.
that's what I mean about how you have to keep your unforced errors down to a minimum. This classic unforced error. Under no pressure whatsoever. I should have really put that over. Oh, nice kill.
Service over. 8-10.
Oh, she's left that long. Had no option but to lift. Yamaguchi
9-10.
from that distance. It drifted long. And how about that? Not only she managed to keep pace with the score, she's managed to tie it up at 10. she goes ahead 11-10 at the interval after valiant effort there, but faltered that. Close. And a good start.
Top 20 seconds. 11, 10. Pray. Drop 10.
So on with the second phase of game one. And still close enough for Kim Ga Eun to launch an attack if she can find the opportunity. So far this year on tour, I've been lucky enough to watch this matchup twice. And I have to say that Kim has come out firing this time.
Service over. 13, 11.
Yamaguchi has only managed to keep that 2-point lead throughout the course of this first game. Nice pick up there by Kim. And great shot to force again Yamaguchi into that low pickup. And that's the margin that she has to work with. She almost got that over. Nicely dropped in. So for the first time, I was about to say she has gone into the lead, but not quite yet. It's done enough to claw back what was a 3-point deficit throughout this first game. It's relishing the challenge by the looks of it. Uncontested deception on that bracket head. And Kim Ga Eun had no idea where that was going to drop in the end, right in front of her. Well, she's certainly done enough to match the tempo, Kim Ga Eun.
Service over. 14, all.
And as I said, once she finds that opportunity, and the opportunity will turn up in real time, you've got to have that killer instinct to fire it off, and she did. 14 all. Still trying to get that lead. It's the perfect time for her now to launch an attack. Oh, Nice little drop in.
15,
There's
14.
Sung Ji Hyun, the former women's singles player, now coach. She's a bronze medalist at the 2015 World Championships and a 4-time medalist at the Sudirman Cup. And she is in charge of some great chargers now, not just Kim Ga Eun, but of course An Se-young as well. Oh, it's picked out of the air nicely by Yamaguchi. That's what happens if you leave it too high.
15, all. Service over. 16, 15.
And so for the first time in the game, and at just the right time, Kim Ga Eun has pushed ahead. 16-15. I can tell you now, many people get into this great position that she's in. Oh, that's gone wide. What an opportunity that was to go 17-15 up. Let's see how close this was. Oh, only got half a foot off in the end, but what a great idea. She's hustling. She's hustling at pace. That's how you do it. Oh, that's a wonderful round the head cross court from Kim Ga Eun.
17, 16.
She's got the bit between her teeth. She's certainly not giving up this game. Look at this technique here. Brilliant. Going for the round the head. Happy with that, as you should be.
Service over. 17, all.
Oh, that's a great shot by Kim.
Service over.
Another
18,
lead for her. And they're running out of points in this first game. 18-17. And there's that interesting problem of how do you close out a game against Akane Yamaguchi. Well, that's one way to do it. Beautiful down the line.
17.
I just think you have to make the most of that side of the court, and she's doing that right now. There's no point being on that side of the court and not trying those outright winners, cross court and down the line. Both have worked out. She's shown prowess left and right as well. That's another one. Well, I can tell you this year, this is the first time Kim Ga Eun has been 2017 up against Yamaguchi. Now, how is she going to react now that she has 3 game points? Wonderful winners to get here. She's pushed that too long.
Service over. 18, 20.
Well, we've seen some epic matches so far this morning on court 2. This one with all the hallmarks of another. That's another point. That's one begging.
20.
force the issue, Kim. Good response by Yamaguchi. Fast responses. Unbelievable stuff from Yamaguchi, who takes it to 20 all. So it's first to 2 or first to 30. And that's 3 game points saved. Absolute different level. On that note, currently on court 3, An Se-young taking on Wang Ji-yi. It's all about singles right now here at the Olympic Sports Center, the Xincheng Gymnasium. Kim's going to have to get over those 3 missed game points. She did give it a good try. And she's still not out of it yet in this first game. So 21-20, Yamaguchi gets her own first game point. She can't believe it. What a chance for Kim Ga Eun.
First game won by
She had Yamaguchi dead to rights here. Oh, you just got to pull that back because nobody can get her ahead. If you've got a game point against Yamaguchi.
뒤로 가는 거 조금만 조절해주고 툭 치고 왔어 해도 되니까 너무 조절해야 돼. 여기서 좀 조절해줘. 자, 공격은 자신 있게 해도 돼. 공격 자신 있게 해주고 앞에서도 자신 있게 찔러줬으면 찔러주고 그리고 계속 이어가지고 여기서는 그냥 계속 이어가지고 뒷사각 하듯이 뒤에도 걸어나가도 상관없어. 낮게 많이 놀 거야. 그러니까 뒷사각 한다고 생각하고 나가지고 올 거니까 일단 스크롤 하다가 기다려. 찬스가 날 때까지 기다려야 돼. 먼저 어가지고 가지 말고. 여기서도 조절해. 안 되면 높게 주고 받아주고. 뒤에 자른 거. 앞에 헤어핀 잘 찔러놓고 나서 한 번쯤.
So back on court for game 2, and Kim Ga Eun now is going to face a different challenge, and that's not converting game points. It's taking on Yamaguchi playing from that side of the court. That's why it was a golden opportunity for her to steal that first game.
second game. Rubble.
Interesting to note that during that game interval, it actually looked like the Japanese coaching staff were having a bit of a giggle. I was a bit lucky. Certainly looked that way. Well, on we go. It's gone long.
Service over. 1 love.
That's a good start.
2
Did enough to force Yamaguchi wide. Interesting. Apology. A quick nod to the coach as well. She'll take that. As I said, I saw Kim Ga Eun play in Korea and Japan, and she was definitely progressing. So 3-all, and so far so good for Kim Ga Eun, playing from this other side of the court. These are fast points being played by both ladies.
Akane Yamaguchi challenge.
And challenge coming in. Wry smile from Yamaguchi. Oh, straight down the middle.
Challenge unsuccessful. One challenge remaining. Service over. 4-3.
So Kim with the early lead here. Well, it would be quite something if she could force a third game, and it's early days to be talking about such things. But the way she's playing,
Service over. 4-all.
Hall rushed in, tried to look for the interception.
5-4.
They just have to be timed absolutely perfectly. Oh, she's left that wide.
Service over.
5-all.
5-all.
Turning into a fascinating matchup. Oh. Well, it was luck of the draw when it came off the net. She killed it nicely. And the composure. And calmness to finish that off. 6-5. That's left well.
Service over. 6-all.
As I said, it's a different challenge playing from this side of the court. You're up against one of the big four. You have to try. Oh, she's trying to play all the angles right now, Kim Ga Eun.
8-6.
And Yamaguchi wise to it. Oh, picked up out the air, fired in, and she can do, playing into the drift. Just can't leave it in a hitting zone. So quick to get into that jump action.
Service over. 7-9.
Oh, she'll take that. Well, there is that famous saying in sports that if you are going to get better, you have to keep playing the best, because they'll generally pull you up in terms of your form, and they keep pushing you to the max. And that's exactly what's happened with Kim Ga Eun. She's really relishing this opportunity, as you can see, with that wonderful cross court. Oh, put everything into that recovery. Got up pretty quickly as well. Again, that's in.
11-9.
Oh, what a performance from Kim Ga Eun in that point. Reset herself well there. Sends that over. And that's in. She can be happy with that. 11-9.
Cut to 20 seconds. Cut to 20 seconds. Light judge, light judge.
So into the second phase of game two, and one that's very important for Kim Ga Eun. So take that.
12-9.
Well, I think based on what we've seen today, you'd have to say that she's deserving of a first game Having those 3 game points saved off the first. Well, how different the second game would have been if she converted one of them.
12.
Not much you can do about that.
11, 12.
Looks like she's at least taking it in her stride with a dash of a sense of humor. It's got to be very frustrating indeed to be in her shoes at the moment. Beautifully placed, moving backwards as well. Oh, straight over the top.
14, 11.
It's a 3-point lead. And I think this time in the second game, even playing from this end, she's shown a lot of control, a lot of heart.
Service over. 12, 14.
Well, unsurprisingly, challenge coming in. It's good to fight for these points. That is in though. Very much so.
And successful. 1 challenge remaining. 13, 14. Play. 14, all.
Oh, wonderful cross-court winner. Straight
Service over.
return, plucked out the air.
15, 14.
She's just hanging on to this lead at the moment. Very difficult shot to control. Backhand down the line. She didn't really have much of an option from that position. So Yamaguchi ties it up. And so many times we've seen this happen. That's gone wide. Another challenge being requested.
Out.
But how many times have we seen Akane Yamaguchi, even if she's behind, manage to pull it up about 14, 15 points and then make her charge? And we're talking about closing out games earlier on. Well, everyone in the top 4 is an absolute perfectionist when it comes to closing out games. And right now it is a women's singles overload at the Olympic Sports Center. Tai Tzu-Ying taking on Zhang Yiman, and An Se-yong taking on Wang Zhiyi in courts 1 and 3. That's wonderful cross court again. That's been working out well for Kim.
16 all.
It's important to not let your head drop. Yeah, switches position very well. Gets really good traction on that shot. Is that the point
16.
where Kim Ga Eun's fate has turned? Yamaguchi 17-16 up. Basically the first time she's been ahead in this second game. Left that wide as well. 18-16, and now it's just about desire and wanting those shots to get in. And because of that, lost a little bit of the control factor. And she can take heart in the 3 game points she had in the first game. Let's face it, it's not easy to beat Akane Yamaguchi. It never is, and it never will be until she retires. And I'm laughing now, but that's just the absolute truth with the way she plays. You can see it going on for a good many years after this. 19-16.
Service over. 17-19.
It's been a valiant, gallant effort. But I think now we've seen Akane Yamaguchi in this position so many times. That's the 20th point, so it might be cruel. And the scoreline certainly not reflective of the kind of effort that we've seen. But Akane Yamaguchi with 3 match points. And she only needed 1. 21-17. And it's a cruel, cruel game indeed. But Kim Ga Eun can take great encouragement from
Match won by Akane
having
Yamaguchi.
Yamaguchi dead to rights in the first game and those 3 game points. And she will move on and look for the next encounter. One of these days, maybe it will come through for her. So Yamaguchi progresses and will play either Yvonne Lee or Lena Kjærsfeldt in the quarterfinal, which, as I said, she's got to be very happy about. That might be where the smile's coming from, actually. But we will see. Great performance from the world number 2. There's confirmation of it. 22-20, 21-17, 42 minutes.
Well, thank you very much to my co-commentator Jeevan Selvanathan for taking us through the first half of Day 3 here on Court 2 at the Victor China Open 2023. We're into match number 5, and that's the women's doubles match that's coming up. Yuki Fukushima and Sayaka Hirota, the number 5 seeds from Japan. They take on Malaysian hopeful Spurley Tan and Tina Muralidharan. That's what's coming up here on Court 2 very, very shortly. Just awaiting the officials and the players to make their way to the courts. Just looking at that women's draw, as you see, we're in round 2, and it's getting smaller and smaller, the playing field. The winner of this match will take on either world number 1s Chun Ching Chun Fan or Jung and Jung of Hong Kong.